Hello, my name is Richard Ravosa. I'm an attorney with the Massachusetts Debt Relief Foundation.
And I'm Maegan Hurley. I'm also an attorney with Mass Debt Relief Foundation. And we're just talking today about how we got started. So, how did we get started? I started working for you after law school.
And you were interested in doing something with legislation.
Yeah,
I
or
remember legislative writing bills and
right.
laws.
Or just working for nonprofits in general. Just something that would have an overarching change in our community, not so much the day-to-day was the initial idea.
And then it turned into a day-to-day.
Yes, which is good, but still I think we can make a huge impact in our community, which is the main goal.
So our foundation, we formally organized it as a nonprofit corporation in 2011, right?
June 30th, 2011.
There you go, see? So then we got some other board of directors to join us, and they help us plan fundraisers and functions and keep in touch with donors.
Mm-hmm.
And Maegan, talk about what you do day in and day out.
Day in and day out. Well, day in and day out, I manage the caseload. So
what is the caseload? Who's
caseload is who we're preparing bankruptcies for. We do consultations and debt relief options, but if someone needs a bankruptcy and if they're qualified, then we accept them as a client, and then I manage that case from beginning to end. So I prepare it. In order to prepare it, we have to ask for documents and go get information from them. We have a questionnaire that we have to go over with the client, and once the case is prepared, we then, either I or another attorney, will review the petition with them so everything's perfect and they sign it, and then I file the case. And then a month later, one of the attorneys from the office goes to the meeting, so I make sure that's calendared and that the attorney that's covering it has all the documents, and then I monitor the case until they get their discharge, and then all along the way I'm notifying the client of everything that's happening, and then the case closes, and that's it, pretty much.
Nice. And you work in the Boston office, right?
Yes, I'm usually 99% of the time working in Boston, so that's where all the document preparation is happening.
Right.
But clients can drop things off or go to, meet with an attorney at any of our 4 locations.
Right. And our 4 locations are in Boston, Natick, Worcester, and Springfield. And we see people who, for whatever reason, through employment situation or for a medical reason or don't have transportation, we're happy to come to their house. We do that on an as-needed basis, and happy to do it.
Absolutely.
So what else is there to show the folks about what we do here in terms of, it's mainly Chapter 7s, right? That's it, exclusively, in fact.
For representation, we only do Chapter 7s, but we still, we'll sit down with someone and go over other things like budget or credit report, or we'll help them with student loans. Lately I've been doing a lot more student loan work in terms of getting someone on an income-driven plan, or helping them with their options and what they might even be qualified for. Maybe they have their loan is in a delinquent status. They could rehabilitate it, or they could refinance it or consolidate it into an income-driven eligible loan that will then put it into positive status. And that's a great option for rebuilding credit too. If someone might have a $0 a month payment, and that will show that they're making their payment as long as that's the status according to the student loan.
Because student loans are generally not dischargeable.
Unfortunately, there are ways to get a discharge outside of a bankruptcy. So if someone is permanently disabled, it's actually easier to do that than to get it discharged in a bankruptcy case. Right. But sadly, the way the law is right now, there's not a lot you can do.
Right. In terms of what people call you about day in and day out, what are most of the calls about? Would you say credit card debt, medical bills, utility bills?
I think it varies. Credit card bills are up there, certainly, but you have to keep in mind a lot of times people are surviving on credit cards because they have lost income. So the credit card bills are really, medical expenses that have been incurred, or groceries, things that they needed to survive, to live their life. But we get a lot of people with medical bills, a lot of old rent after an eviction, storage fees. Their belongings went to storage after an eviction, and then it was foreclosed and taken from them. Old car repossessions, get a lot of delinquencies from that. Utilities, a lot of clients have huge bills, and they can't get their utilities turned back on, you know.
Right.
And if we discharge it, then they can have it restored, and going forward, they're only responsible for the charges in the future. So everyone's different, everyone's goals are different, so it's really on a case-by-case basis. It has to be analyzed to see what the best way to proceed is.
Right. So if you have any questions, feel free to call Maegan or myself. We're available at your convenience. You can reach us by phone call, email, letter, whatever works for you. And thank you for listening.
Cut.